Hello everybody, this is Joe's Free Time here, and this video is a video to one of my other videos that I made about Fuck 4K rant. And I do admit that I was a little bit pissed because I was rendering like on a machine that was ancient compared to other generations of the i5 processors and etc. But I still stand by most of my comments in the video. I still think 4K is crap. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a little better, just a little bit, not just an inch difference of quality. I don't know why we have to fucking dick around with quality. I mean, from 480p to 1080p, big jump, big difference, understandable to change your equipment, but 4K is only an inch difference in quality, in my opinion, because I've looked at two screens, as I said in the video, and I've looked again and again and again just to see if my eyesight is wrong. I've even looked at different qualities on things like that, and probably the devices only can go up to 1080p. But no, yeah, again, the 7 Edge has I think it has a 4K screen, but if not, doesn't matter. I've checked the differences out. Yeah, a little bit of a difference, but only a little bit of a difference. And to be honest with you, is it worth yanking all your cables out to get another fucking device in? No, not really. It's not worth changing all your equipment just to simply change a tiny bit of the quality. So I still think that 4K is still ridiculous and a gimmick. If it was 1080p to 8K, that would be amazing. I would love that quality difference because that would give me a good reason to change to 8K. But we get the silly 4K bullshit. And to be honest with you, you guys that are rushing out there getting 4Ks, you're going to be so fucked when the 8Ks come out and we finally catch up. You're us old fucks that like to stick in the moment sort of shit. We get technology way quicker by the looks of it, in a way, but not really. Anyway, you get my point. As I said in my what was it, a couple of last videos or last video, I stated that if you're in the moment, you end up having the best technology in the end anyway, because you're catching up and people get jealous around you because you've got 4K and you've got the 8K, so it's a big difference. So because if you go by the 4 year or 2 year lifestyle, you catch up with technology quickly, or even better, you just normally go with the flow, as I said, and eventually you do get the technology because you need to upgrade it in the end because 1080p is no longer working and you have to go to 4K or 8K, where the fuck. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, I've just had a thought, and I remember the times when things were obsolete with certain things, and I had to, upgrade forcefully to something. So if I have to get to 4K, then so fucking be it. But if 8K comes out and it's affordable, I might upgrade to it. I don't know, but to be honest, 1080p all the way, and I might even stick to it forever until the damn thing breaks, and then I'll get another TV that's probably ridiculously oversized. That is like 8K or something, and I have to get like a 70-inch screen for some fucked up reason, because the more the screen resolution comes along, you can't just you can't get like the 30-inch tellies anymore, or the 20-inch tellies. You'll have to go for the fucking huge ones because it won't work properly, and it'll be pointless buying a small screen, etc., etc., etc. Any excuse to let you pay about 600 quid or some stupid price. And so yeah, I still think 4K is a little bit of a gimmick. I was going to get a 4K projector, but I was thinking to myself, well, I don't want to waste 400 quid on a fucking projector that's a little bit different, And another thing that's come across, and it's kind of a thing in the past, I mean, people use 720p still, and I use a 1080p screen most of the time on my computer setup. When I watch a 1080p video, which is very rare, automatically, it's done by Google anyway, through the YouTube player, it automatically changes to HD on 720p or whatever it goes up to, or whatever your internet provider brings up. There's another thing I want to bring up later. Some people are only uploading 720p, so that means that your 1080p screen is wasted a little bit because you got 720p worth of pixels. It's a bit of a fucking shit show. And this is probably the same thing I'm going to be talking about. 4K or 8K or whatever the fuck comes out. You know, the content that comes out most of the time, people don't even upload in 4K. 80% of the time won't upgrade to 4K or anything anytime soon. So you'll be watching mostly 1080p crap on a 4K monitor screen or a 4K TV screen or even a fucking projector, because I don't think the PlayStation 4 Pro works properly with 4K. I think it's upscale crap from what I've heard. So it's not exactly as you said, full HD, 4K experience. So unless it's the DVD part that does, I don't know, the Blu-ray or whatever the fuck. I don't care. And in the end of the day, I still go by my old comment. Fuck 4K. It's not really ready anyway, because people are still going to use 1080p or 720p even, because people are still backwards. They still want to use 720p, and I don't blame them, because if you've got a poor internet connection to upload, why not? So when you've got a 1080p monitor screen or whatever, you know, you still got the crappy 720p resolution, and this goes for also 4K. I mean, as I said, what if someone does uploads in 1080p, then you're fucked. You've got a 4K screen that's wasting screen space. So, at the end of the day, you know, it's a bit fucking pointless going to 4K or 8K or whatever, in my opinion, unless it's fully developed and everyone's like in the mood. Because it took forever for HD to get forward with people. And then eventually when people did get to HD, people still use 720p. So 4K to me is going to be a waste of money. If you ever get it, it's going to be a waste of money. But it's your money at the end of the day. You get what you want. But just think about this. You get a 4K TV, 80% of it will be in fucking 720p or 1080p, depending on what you're using. BBC iPlayer, it could be fucking ITV player, it could be any fucking American shit that you watch on your TV. It doesn't matter where you are. It's still the same crap. In the end, you know, it's going to suck badly, because, you know, it's 720p for a 1080p TV screen. I noticed that when I play 4OD on a Technica 20-something inch TV that can handle HD, full HD by the way, it's still shoddy, because, you know, the pixels are not lining up with the fucking 1080p properly. So it's like, you know, it's just a bit downgraded, and it's trying to stretch that, and it's very difficult to get it. That's the reason why I think 4K is never going to catch on, because no one's going to get 4K equipment all changed again. No one's going to invest 4 to 6 grand in worth of technology unless the prices go down, which I think I would doubt, because it's a fucking huge investment. Not to forget, people still use 1080p maximum anyway, so, and it's also pointless uploading to YouTube in 4K, because, you know, it compresses it down and it doesn't look as good as it did when you rendered it. So this is why I'm going to stick to 1080p, because people are still not even fucking past 720p. So how are we going to get to 4K? Who fucking knows? Anyway, thanks for watching for now. If I ever get a 4K TV, I'll probably say how shit it is, because I like to moan, and that's what I like to do. And it is shit, because everything's going to be in 1080p still. So 4K is pretty pointless me getting it, really. If it's the last TV in the shop, I'll probably get it. But this screen right here is all you really need in your life, because 720p is all people use these days, or 1080p even. They do that, but they never use 4K, do they? Unless we're all forced to it. But that's the same for HD, and people went down to 720p, and people do get the full HD cameras and all that sort of stuff, and they still compress it down to 720p. So I doubt 4K is ever going to catch on, and 8K is probably the best, in my opinion, when it comes out. But actually, that's kind of come out, but it's really expensive. I'm waiting for the prices to go down. Some things in 8K have come out. I think monitors and probably camera recorder. I'm not sure. You got to research it yourself. You can get 8K things anyway. Anyway, I've babbled on enough. Tell me what you think below. You can even call me an old bastard, but at the end of the day, absolutely fucking pointless. Same as audio. It went from composite to HDMI to a fucking optical and all that. Fucking only tiny difference in the audio. Same as HD. Tiniest parts that you can notice. And if you really need to go to 4K just because you think that you need to, please get your eyes tested, because it's not much of a difference. Hello there, you may be having problems to decide if you want to subscribe or look at the last video. Don't worry, I'm here still. It's easy, just press that little subscribe button and you'll subscribe to the latest content. You want to watch something else? There is something on the bottom screen. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care.